Will you give me a moment of your time, friend? How can I be of service?
Oh, look at me. My hair is straight up. How cool is that? Good morning, everybody. Everyone is doing well today. I'm literally just scarfing down breakfast because it's good for you. Also, I mentioned this before. This game has the best music. Yeah, I don't know. There's like this curvature here that just kind of goes up, and then it curves, and it stops. You can go down, comes back up, kind of stays there, so I don't know. It sorts itself out. As the day goes on, it'll resist gravity all day, and eventually it'll fall into something that'll look manageable in like the next 4 hours. But it is kind of weird. I like literally this entire chunk of hair will just like ignore gravity. It'll just ignore my head. Which I find very funny. I have a mission today. I have a bunch of missions today, but I have a few. But it's a good morning. Good morning to be me. I already posted that we're live. Cool. Good job, me. I'm just eating some toast. You know, something light, something easy. I don't like eating a lot in the morning. I find it's too easy to get slowed down. So I just like to have some toast or something with a cup of coffee. Sometimes I'll have some eggs. You know, nothing big. Now, granted, if it's like a weekend, you know, then yeah, I do some huevos rancheros. You know what I mean? Ah, target dummy is already being used. I guess I could use one of these target dummies. Oh, there's another target dummy over here. Perfect. I have to practice my warden rotation and then post my DPS numbers. So I'm going to be doing that for like 20 minutes or so. Practicing how to be good at warden, which is great because having something to distract you while you're practicing is really important because you will be distracted during raid. So just sitting there and focusing on trying to do your rotation and do good damage. It is actually nice to have a level of distraction because it's like that's literally how raids work. You're always going to have like someone telling you like, go here, do this, do something. And so it should be good. So I have to practice my red rotation and then my yellow. Problematically, I don't have enough points to take everything I want. I'm missing 2 points. I want this and this, but I can't take it. So I am going to be slightly lower on DPS than I would like to. I'm literally 1% crit short. Kind of sucks. But oh well, what are you going to do? Well, the answer is go unlock the point, but I'm lazy. Warden technically only needs 94 points. And, I think... Where's the Legacy of Doran in the Trial of the Dwarves? Oops. This is a mistake. Where did I end this? Oh, no, I did this already. Oh, interesting. I already did the Elder Slate on this character. I had no idea I did that. That means I've got the wedding, and then a bunch of really annoying stuff to do. I like that they added more points than is necessary, so you can pick and choose what you want to get. But I hate getting all the points. Good morning. Yeah, LotRO is the best music. We talked about this before. I don't need to do anything or be entertaining. The music is too good. Alright. So, what I'm trying to do here is practice my damage. And hopefully do a good job at that. We'll see. Oh yeah. 100%. I love the music in this game. My favorite music is the Erd Luin music. I spent so much time there being indecisive about making a different type of character that I wanted to play. And that the clarinet that you hear in Erd Luin is the absolute best. I love it. That's why my house is there. In Erd Luin. So I always go back there every time I have to, like, town or whatever. Alright. Got all my buffs. Everything is good. Crit, physical mastery. Alright, time to DPS test. Anyway, we'll see what we can do. And my goal is basically just sit here for 3 minutes and do this. See what I get. Probably buy a bike tomorrow. That's exciting. Are you... do you not own a bicycle before? Something happened to it? Or do you need to upgrade? Get a slightly larger bicycle? I haven't owned a bicycle in a long time. Some time ago I did, but I unfortunately had my bicycle stolen from me, which was sad. This is a sad day. By moving a bit? Okay. I knew that I could animation cancel the recklessness, I just didn't know how. Because I just noticed it happened sometimes, and I was unsure about the mechanics and actually getting it to do that. That's good information, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna do one of these. Reset up my buffs. Get my... So if I just move, then it can't... Oh, you just move and animation cancels it. Well, that saves time. Sick. How to disable all the screaming? I'll show you in a sec. Once I finish this rotation. I'm making mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't have, like, a super expensive bike. It was a cost-effective bike. It was, you know... It was good enough for what I needed it to do, but... I definitely had a... It was a sad time. I enjoyed having my bicycle. Someday, in the future, I might have a new bicycle, but not now. Good early morning. It's not that early.
Quest received.
Times in Canada? Well, I live on the East Coast, so it's 8:14 now. I guess technically that could be like conceived as early morning, but I don't know. I don't think that's too bad. Okay, so that was target dummy. So I maintained 179 ADPS, according to this. I did 179. Which, actually, that's pretty good. So if I bring up my chat here, chat, I did 179, okay, over the last 3 minutes of our momentous conflict, which is not too bad. And you're gonna bounce. Have a good stream. Maybe catch you on. Yeah, I'll be on. I'm gonna be here for like all day, basically. And if I'm allowed to stream raids tonight, I'll be all night too. 6'4" is quite small. Yeah, that sucks. How much did Tep do? Okay, so wait, that's me. 131. Yeah. The middle bit is where you really excel in a Warden. Like, you open up and your bleeds aren't very good. So this is the first minute was 131. And then the second minute was 222. Because your bleeds just really, like, amp up. They just start, you know, popping off. So it's pretty good. But it's not too bad. I don't know if this is about an average, so I'm going to do a second one just in case. I didn't make any mistakes during that rotation either, which is impressive. I usually make at least one mistake due to lag or something else. But yeah, getting your DPS right is all over the place. In fact, I got 2 quick sweeps. Yeah, I got 2 quick sweeps off. That's not too bad. So I got how many rotations did I do? do a full rotation every 30 seconds. So let's call it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5, I got 3, which is pretty lucky on average. I don't know what the extra damage was. Is there a way to make this window darker in the background so it doesn't do that? Hold on. Configure window? Oh. UI. Center on screen. What is that? Well, I don't like that it's gray. Oh. Change the color of the background. Oh. But it's still transparent, so it's still hard to read. Which is stupid. List of targets. Yeah, title and duration. Yeah, background and border. Yeah, it's still see-through. What is this madness? This has to be a fixable problem. No, this does not look like it's a fixable problem. Log delay, automatically save data. I don't have it saved data. Today, for the most part, I was asked quickly about just getting some parses done. So I need to do this. I just need to submit this. Oh jeez. Just that's first thing. I was asked by my raid leaders to be like, hey, can you submit some warden parses? I just wanted to put this in. I have to do a red and a yellow. Here's my red parse. And then now I gotta do a yellow. That's pretty much what we're starting with, and then after that we're gonna do something exciting. But for now, you gotta do that. You gotta get your, you know. Sometimes when somebody asks you to do something, it's good to do that. So for me, that's why I'm kind of trying to get this done. Now it's time for Yellow Warden. So, Yellow Warden's kind of neat. Let's see how close I can get with this. So, I want to take a look at this because I know that there's a better tree somewhere that I saw. So you need this every time. I don't think I need the finesse at all. Honestly? Yeah, I don't need this. Range critical damage is good. I do want bleed chance, that's good. Attempting to stack a barbed javelin bleeds will instead consume the bleed damage burst. I don't think that can't be good. Armor penetration, this is 0 armor penetration, so that's basically useless. I've actually been using hurry up with that. This is just straight up useful. And 31 points spent. And then I want to get bleed damage. This. I don't need that much physical mastery. I want all the light damage. Not crit damage. Oh, apparently I can work this in. I did not realize this. by giving up on a little bit of physical mastery, I can get the quick sweep as well. I don't have I'd never quick sweeped on yellow before, so I don't know exactly what the way to do it is. So the complicated thing with Warden is this ability right here. Quick sweep. So the idea is when you use your bleed attacks, you can then use other attacks to then cause them to proc and do additional damage. So what that means is, load it up here. The main attacks you want to be using is you want to throw on something like Power Attack, which is an attack here. And let me just load it up. So it adds, some amount of damage and also a bunch of Balerian damage over time. So it's just doing damage over time. And then you've also got, Wall of Steel, Mighty Blow. So these two attacks. So you want to throw on these ones, and then you essentially pop them to deal additional damage. Deals bonus damage if struck by Power Attack. There is a chain where you use Power Attack and then Mighty Blow and then Unerring Strike in a row, and it gives you this extra hit, so it gives you this extra on-hit damage. The problem is, for some reason, this damage is only common, so it's reduced by over half on monsters. I don't know what that's about. Still, it's not too bad. What's better? 4% dot critical damage, or an entire... Yeah, I think this has to be better. Anyway, I hope I didn't forget anything important. I don't think I did. I mean, it seems good. Character seems fine. Anyway, I think actually the damage numbers are off now. Yeah. So now, got Mighty Blow, which is 56k, and upon expiration applies a 34k damage hit. Same thing with Unerring Strike, which applies a damage hit. When it's done. Yeah, it's not. Warden is bizarre. You have to understand that. So there's also an effect in Red Warden, which makes it so that when you hit with spells, so for example, like Spear of Virtue, it applies a dot, and then it applies a secondary dot. And the secondary dot is supposed to be the same as this one, so it has a 15% chance to apply 2 of these. And for some reason, it wasn't doing that. And instead, it was applying like 1,000 damage. That got fixed, which made Red Warden better. Alright. I've never quick sweeped in Yellow Warden before. Let's see what's up. What do I want to be? Do I want to start in yellow? No, I want to start in... In the fray. I think that makes sense. How do I do this? Pop this guy. I get him with the debuffs. I kind of just do my regular rotation and bank on getting a good proc. So I get a proc. Get the DPS in. I think this is good. Something like this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. That was a mistake. Whoops. Then we go here. We apply my Warden Bleeds. Red or yellow? I think it depends on exactly what you're trying to do. I think that overall, they're definitely similar in terms of their performance. Yellow gives better AoE buffs for your party. That's not what I wanted to do. That's good enough, though. Throw on one of these. I throw on one of these. I use this in rotation. Throw on one of these. Yeah, something I'm not good at doing is keeping track of every single bleed, which is a problem, because you really want to keep track of every single bleed. That's the wrong button, actually. That's good. There. Do one of these. these. Back in there. Yeah, Warden is complicated though. It can be irritating to try to get to min-max. Because you're trying to like get every single bleed up all at the same time. And on my brain, it's tough. It's hard on my brain to make sure I've got every bleed up all the time. Oh, right. And then we get an extra proc. It's this. There's this proc, Seize the Moment. And when you get Seize the Moment, all your skills have no cooldown. You're trying to spam out as many skills as possible, and my brain can't handle it sometimes. So sometimes, that's why I'm not speaking right now. I literally can't speak because I'm focusing on my DPS too much. Did the wrong button. I have to go do this. Okay. My brain, it hurts. Cool. Oh yeah. Can you show me how you just disable warden screens? Yep, absolutely. Alt-R. So you press Alt-R, brings up the filter panel, and allows you to filter anything. So what you can do is you can hit record, it starts recording noises. Then when you use a skill, you can record the elf screams. So these are my screams. I can remove them. Okay, so I made a couple mistakes with that parse. I want to try again. Maybe I can do a little bit better. What did I do? My DPS that time was... why is World Chat in here? I need to get rid of World Chat. Hold on, give me a sec. Create new tab. Rename. Brain damage. Change chat filters. Event broadcast, regional, world. Perfect. Take this out of here. Get rid of world chat. Anyway. I did 131, then 152, then 200. So it kind of just scaled up. So I did a total of 161k over 3 minutes. Which honestly is not too bad. That's pretty good. So, no, I don't feel that bad about that. But it's, not bad. I want to try again, though. I made some mistakes on that yellow rotation, I think. I could definitely improve. And it's always good to improve. So let's see if we can try that again. A couple of mistakes that I made when I was running through that. It's kind of hard to see because my gambits are going pretty fast. Is sometimes I would use the wrong ability at the wrong time. So of the things that I need to use that actually come in order, that are essential in order, I have to use Mighty Blow and then Onslaught. So I use Mighty Blow and then I can use Onslaught to turn the bleed into a much stronger bleed. Same thing with Mighty Blow. No, Mighty Blow and then Wall of Steel, and I have to use Power Attack and Onslaught. And there were a couple times where I used Mighty Blow and then Onslaught, or Power Attack and then Wall of Steel, which doesn't work. These things don't proc different abilities. If I was to, like, pulp them out, it's like, you know, what you want to do is you want to like, apply Mighty Blow, apply Power Attack, then apply Wall of Steel, apply Onslaught. That's what you want to do. So that way you have these both up. But sometimes I would do something, because this, essentially, these skills go together like so. This one, and then this one pops it, makes it do extra damage. So you apply a bleed, and then you make it, like, explode. And so what was happening is I was sometimes, instead of doing that, I was doing stuff where I would go, like, Power Attack, Wall of Steel, which does nothing, and then Mighty Blow, Onslaught, which then pops the Power Attack, but then I don't pop the Wall of Steel, and I'm not using the bleeds properly. Okay, so we're gonna try again. Brain. That's the thing about playing Warden, is like, for me, sometimes it gets a little confusing, especially when you get stuck in your rotation. And you're gonna make a mistake on Warden, so you just have to know how to correct and fix it. That's all it is. It's all about correction. How to fix these errors. Also, it's entirely based on how many procs you get, which I hate. It's like, did you get a lot of procs? Yes or no? And if you didn't get a lot of procs, then your character's not going to do nearly as much damage. Your procs that you get are based on your ranged or your critical attacks with your ranged gambits, which is really annoying because sometimes, if you're like me, you can just get no proc so far into the fight. I have maxed out crit chance, so it's not like my crit chance is low. But yeah, whenever you use a ranged skill like a ranged gambit or a javelin, and you critically strike, like so, you get this yellow button. Which I freeze on for some reason. Which I shouldn't. Go like so. Apply bleed. Apply bleed. Up. Apply more bleeds. So yeah, for me this is kind of hard. I don't love it because it's the unpredictability of it, where sometimes you don't know exactly what bleeds you're going to be throwing out onto a target, because it's just like, you know, it almost feels like sometimes it's random because there's so much chance in whether you do get an effect to proc or not, and I kind of hate that. And so you're just kind of waiting on this proc, and if you get this proc, then your damage goes up a lot, and if you don't get this proc, then your damage goes down by a lot. And so I'm kind of just waiting on that proc. On top of that, also trying to use my most powerful abilities when I swap into my range stance, because then I get access to the momentum buff. The momentum buff is really good. This on there, and this one, this. Okay, that was actually really good. I didn't make any mistakes there. That was great. Oh, good job, me. Good job, Stream Tom. Don't make mistakes. Here we got a critical strike, so we got a proc, so I get more damage. I'm just gonna throw on all my bleeds now as fast as I can. Okay. And that was 162. Oh, brain. So hard. I think that's pretty much my average. Yeah, 161 and 162. That seems about right. Yeah. I'm going to log that. I do more damage with the red. I think it's one, because of just straight up practice. And two, I feel like the benefit of having the yellow warden over the red warden is that the yellow warden applies this effect. So you have marked target and diminished target. And these things, both wardens apply this, so whether you're red or yellow. But marked target is minus 10% physical mitigation, so it reduces monster's armor by 10%, which is pretty good because it affects every single person in the raid. And the diminished target is minus 10% tactical mitigation, so it reduces their, you know, defense against magic by 10%. You also have this 35% chance to apply, which is my main weapon here, which I call Lol You're Dead. It has a double cast chance, so it might apply marked target twice, which means that this is minus 20% physical mitigation on a target, which effectively is like 20% increased damage for every single person that hits it, which is really powerful. It's one of the reasons why you want to bring a yellow warden over a red warden, because if my red warden is doing, what was I doing? 180k damage, so about 20,000 more damage, or about 12% more damage than this. This adds a whole bunch of extra damage to the raid. When you play as a red warden, it's only 5% on these numbers, not 10%. The yellow makes it double, which is cool. However, you also can get a legacy. So I have my debuff stick right here for an extra minus 2.5% off of diminished target. So then that changes it. So then diminished target is actually 12.5%. So it's 12.5% mitigations. So I have a 35% chance to get minus 20, and then a 12.5 always on diminished target as long as I'm weapon swapping properly in combat. So it's not too bad. Like I said, it's a cool ability. There's some cool stuff going on here. I like it. It's just it's a little complicated sometimes. Damn warden. Anyway, I'm gonna submit. Get this in here. And I'm gonna make a nice red line so it's highlighted, so it's like wee. Here we go. There, put that in there. Copy. Yellow average. Again, it could just be not being good enough at it. But yeah, it turns out if I don't make any mistakes, my damage is like not too bad. Anyways, that's Warden, essentially, is that it's complicated. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to pay attention to. You're trying to keep up buffs and debuffs, and you have so many bleeds that you're trying to put on targets all the time. That can become, like, just... irritating is not the right word, but definitely tiring. That's for sure. It can definitely become tiring. Anyways, that's all we've got on Warden. She's like, that's all I've got for today, so thank you guys for watching. Could you imagine? It'd be so funny. It's just like, yeah, by the way, I'm done with the live stream. That was it. I just came on to parse for like 20 minutes. No, we're here all day. That would be funny, though. To me. Maybe not to everybody else. But yeah, so, Warden. If you want to achieve God tier numbers like 179k red parses, then, I don't know. Try. Honestly, it's not easy to get those numbers, and I'm also not that good. Like, other people are way better than me. In like the real crunch time combat scenario, I make a lot of mistakes. It's easy to sit at your target dummy and practice. It's much harder to implement when you're like in the middle of a raid trying to dodge stuff, trying to move around monsters. And the worst thing for Warden is when you have to swap target. Oh, it's the worst. Because you're almost exclusively a dot class, so your damage ramps up. So my first minute damage is half of my second minute damage. So I need 2 minutes to get going on a boss. So short phasing bosses are really annoying. It's basically why I should never ever have aggro during 6-mans, because like my damage sucks. It takes time to ramp up. Like the Hunter is gonna like literally Heartseeker upshot a guy for like 1,000,000 damage each, and should pull aggro. I'm not going to do that, you know? Oh, also important note, I don't know what happened, but I decided to do all of my weeklies ahead of time, so they're all done. Don't know why. But literally all of them are done. So I don't have any of that to do. So, except for one, which is Anak Curfew. So we're going to head over to Anak Curfew and on Burglair. It should be a good time. And then, I don't know, I'm actually thinking I might start leveling up my Minstrel. I've been working on this Burglar for a long time. I'm feeling pretty good about it. A lot of the gear is looking good at this point. I've got every item slot now filled, so all of the gear is here. I just need to work on getting all the proper essences into my gear, because I think I still have some items that are, yeah, not using the correct essences. So filling up my physical mastery is an essential part of this process. Yeah, so that should be a good experience there. Just finishing up that one. I've got a new helmet that I'm replacing this helmet with, which is exciting. It's a small upgrade, but a small upgrade is an upgrade. I like it taking every single upgrade when I can get it. I don't know why I didn't get on a horse. I just got distracted, I guess. But I like taking every upgrade when I can get it for every piece of gear, so it's not too bad. But yeah, this character feels pretty good. The only thing that I don't have here is some of the finishing off my legendaries, but we're getting there. It's been a very long, very frustrating grind, but hey, look at that. That's a 652 Prank Shank. Holy moly, and a almost maxed out yellow bag. Guess what? I can play yellow now. Look at me. I'm a freaking yellow guy. What's that? Is that a 652 weapon? That is a 652 weapon you might see here. Wow, look at the damage on this thing. And is this bag done? Nope. No, it's not. It's not. But we're working on it, and that's pretty cool. That's good enough for me. Also, what's up, CMCU? How you doing today? So soon I'll be able to actually play Red Burglar, which is exciting. And, yeah. I'm gonna grab all this stuff. Grab. Yeah, grab. So now, I have this Helmet of the Threshold, which is basically the same stats, except it's slightly higher item level, and I'm not going to complain about having a 436 instead of a 433. It's just a little bit higher stats, but it's exactly the same stat distribution, so it's really good. I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab the essences out of my helmet. Oh, don't show me this again. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to put on all of this missing gear. So my character feels like I've got the right stats. Shadow King's earrings. And we're almost maxed out on physical mastery as well, which is not too bad. Also, this helmet doesn't look too bad. Look at that. That's pretty slick. Where's my outfit? Equipment outfit. Helmet? Yeah. How do I zoom? How do I zoom? Where's the zoom button? I can't even zoom that well. I'd have to make my character look like this? Okay. Like, that's not a bad helmet. That's a pretty cool helmet. For medium armor? That's sick. The threshold set looks good. I should get this whole set. Which means I have to raid and pick up the threshold set. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that would be good. I have crit, I have physical mastery here, so I just need to work on filling up my physical mastery and everything should be good. I don't know if I have too much finesse. I have 300,000, which seems like it's a lot, but I barely have any finesse. I have just this, as far as I know, just this necklace and just this bracelet for finesse. And I think it shows up on some of my gear. Yeah, there's like a little bit of finesse there, but I don't know how much is too much. Getting my stat distribution just right. Anyway, so I'm going to take these essences and throw them into my upgraded helmet, which feels great. And then I really only need one more physical mastery essence, which can go just in here in these shoulder guards. And then the other essence slot, I don't know what to do with. But one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to, here we go, boom, physical mastery, so it's 777. I wanted to max this out. So what I was planning on doing was my percentage of finesse. Currently it's 33.3. I think you only need 27% for tier 3 raids, which is what I'm doing. I might have too much. Yeah, so then the end goal here is then to be a psychopath. And what I want to do is I want to get this to 200%. So I can probably just like swap in another piece of gear that has more physical mastery on it, or just swap out some essences or something for a temporary like look at some of my stats, with the expressed purpose and goal of just capping out my physical mastery. So then I can go through all of the red skills, record all the damage on all the red skills, then make a really complicated spreadsheet so I can see exactly how much of an impact each point of crit past 625k crit is. Because I'm a psychopath, and I need to know the answer to this question. Way more than enough? I'm not an LN. Yeah, but I want to have 100%. What software do I use for streaming? I use Streamlabs OBS, because it... as somebody who already used all of the things from the Streamlabs services, so that's like the I was already using Streamlabs for the alert box and all that other stuff, because it's just convenient and it makes chat a little bit more fun and interactive. It's like, well, since I'm already doing that, might as well just download the actual built-in software, which was very convenient. The bag, there we go. I'm a big fan of convenience. On Warden, you have to. If you miss one bleed, it can screw up your whole rotation. So on Warden, you need to. So Warden, you need more than 300k. I think I have too much, which means I probably don't need a single finesse item. Which makes me sad. It's like I have this refined adventurous gold bracelet of the adventurer. Or dexterous. I don't know if I said adventurous twice. Is that brain damage coming up again? Yeah, I don't know. I've just been looking at some of this stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the best route, the best way to go about some of these stats are. Like I said, I'd like to know what the best way it is to optimize my character, just because I don't need to. I certainly don't need to. I don't even play this character. I just built it. No one's like, Shrimtom, you gotta bring Burglar to raid. This is not something that happens. I wanna know.
What can I do for you?
Wait a minute, can you not... Oh, you can go to Anak Curfu. I was like, can you not go to Anak Curfu from here? I'm like, that'd be really inconvenient. Also, I'm still waiting for mithril coins to go on sale, so I can buy a whole bunch of mithril coins and then buy a whole bunch of trees. I don't know why you can't just buy trees. Why you have to buy them with mithril coins. I think that's very silly. Like the trait trees? So only just with the mithril coins. Not a huge fan of that. Yeah, so that's the software that I use for live streaming. I use that. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS, because it just integrates all the Streamlabs programs, and then it's basically the same as OBS. I have not noticed a difference one way or the other. They both have the same plugins and other materials and everything, because it's all built on the same open source software, so. Important note, I'm not, an expert on these matters. Some would describe me as an idiot. Virtues? I'm using... What virtues? Currently... Oh yeah, I do have Wit, which I could probably replace with Velour if I wanted, because I don't need 47,000 Finesse. Replace this with Velour. Give me the Physical Mastery as the main focus instead of Finesse and Crit. There's also Zeal, which is an option, but that gives Might, and I don't love that. There's also Determination, which was an option, which would be Agility, Physical Mastery, although I feel like it's probably better to just go with the secondary stats, although I don't know. And I haven't finished maxing out my virtues anyway. This maxing out the virtues might look like it's going to take a while, but it's not, because I have a bunch of those virtue scrolls in the bank that I just never used, because I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted my virtues to go. I just don't like missing, so I like having finesse. But yeah, so as I said, the plan is once I get all of the virtues maxed out, and I get the stats set up, once I have 830,000, whatever it is, for the physical mastery, I'm going to make a very large spreadsheet that is going to encompass all of every single skill you use in Redline. And then I'm going to write, essentially just get a bunch of, set up the spreadsheet so that way it will calculate the exact amount of damage increase based on what each critical rating point will be equal. So I'll use the formula for calculating devastating hit chance as well as devastating and critical hit magnitude, and then plug that into the sheet. And then for every point of crit above 625k, I want to know what the actual percentage damage increase is. Because having 32.5 walking around is really nutty. And crit chance. And then being able to aim every 15 seconds. Or if you have the red set, every 12 seconds, which is really good. And then having 20% extra crit from Provoke. I feel like you can force so many guaranteed crits that getting more critical magnitude is definitely worth it. Assuming that you aren't instantly dead because you're bad at the video game. That's the hard part, though. Don't be dead. I just want this... I don't want to buy this. They need to put them on sale. It makes me feel sad. The trees don't go on sale. Because they don't sell them individually. And the store doesn't load. We work on it. We'll get there someday. Because what? It's 2,000 points for 250. So I could buy 3 additional trees. 2,000 points. I don't want to do that. Someday. Eventually, I'll probably, once my red items are done, I'm just going to turn my blue tree into a red tree. But for now, like, the DPS isn't maxed on this, so once the DPS probably gets maxed on my little sword here, I'll probably swap over to red and play that. Yeah, I'm just going to do my mission daily. Get that done out of the way. One of the nice things... actually, I wanted to test this out. I don't think that the Gamble Bleed scales off of Physical Mastery. I don't think it does. Because all of my other damage is, like, crazy. So you've got, Cunning Attack, which is now set 13,000 walking around. Or in Stealth, it's 20,000 walking around. Same thing with Gambler's Advantage. But I don't think that the Tier 6 Gamble scales. Could be wrong. I'm going to test it out. How am I going to test it out? I'm going to hit monsters. No, I'm going to kill monsters and forget I'm testing that. 1. 10k. I mean, that seems maybe right. Let's see. Hey, buddy, what's up? 6. There's 6. 24k. Alright, so it's 24k with 6. Now, let's brick our character. Physical Mastery. Physical Mastery. Physical Mastery. Physical Mastery. Now I should do way less damage. Obviously, I'm doing less damage per hit on the Cunning Attack. Now let's hit him. 9k. Okay, never mind. It does actually scale with your physical mastery. I thought it didn't. I don't know why. I felt like the damage scaling wasn't there. But still, at 25,000 damage as your highest essential extra damage effect that you get from playing as a gambler. Also, I rolled 3 ones. That's great. I don't know if it's worth it. Because the problem is, this effect, the extra healing, is cool. Return 5% of damage on hedge your bet 5. Getting the extra damaging gamble is fun. And then the blind bet, same thing. Good effect, just not when you roll 1 all the time. Important note about if you want to play Burglar, or Gambler Burglar, an essential legacy, which is unfortunate, is this one. Gamble chance and cash out damage. Well, cash out is the worst skill ever invented by the Lord of the Rings Online developers. Gamble chance, this is not what this actually says. It says 31.2% gamble chance. But all your skills always apply a gamble, so that word doesn't make sense. What this actually means is it's a 31.2% chance for your all your gambles that you apply to upgrade. So then when you go here and you're fighting these monsters and you throw a gamble on them, throw a damaging gamble, it has a 31% chance to upgrade to the next one. Which means that if you have the 4 set, you can't roll 1s, you have a higher chance to roll 4, 5s, and 6s, and if you roll a 2 or a 3, you have a 31% chance to upgrade it anyway. So you're pretty much always going to get 4, 5, and 6, assuming that you have an actual set with the appropriate gamble legacies. I think one of the main issues that I ran into when trying to play Gambler just for fun and enjoy it on the landscape is that eventually you get to the point where it's actually just better not to use any of your gamble skills because you do so much more damage not using them. You know, maxing out your subtle stabs, your gambler's advantage, using the old aim flashing blades into double-edged strike for pretty much an instant kill and whatever you want. It kind of changes up the perspective where you're like, well, I don't need to use this other ability, which is cool, but, you know, useless. Can a lock do what? I'm up in your crib? I don't know, probably. So yeah, it's weird. It's fun though. Like I said, I like the visuals and the sound effects. I think that it's really fun. It's just not, the damage just isn't there on some of these abilities. So, and I don't know if there's really a way to fix that. Another problem is the fact that High Roller, gamble applying skill damage, Cruel Odds doesn't apply to actual gamble damage. So none of those things apply to your like your just straight red line gamble damage, which is sad. Which is what you'd like to see. Anyway, I gotta take this silly helmet off. I gotta look appropriate, like Shrimp Tom Selleck normally does. There we go. That's the used car salesman I'm used to seeing. Guy who's down on his luck. He's barely got anything to his name. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna be working on this continually, making sure to earn or get through my tier 1 stairs every day on as many characters as possible. Plus, also doing all my tier 2 and 3 stairs every week. And then doing all my weeklies. I should be next week completely finished this character in terms of everything except for having all of getting the 3 trait trees unlocked. I just want to have 3 because I don't want to have to like respec into a blue and then respec into a red every time. It's not that I can't do it. It's a stupid hassle I don't want to deal with. Oh, I don't have to fight any of this garbage. Burglar away. Also, you don't need to have sneak movement speed on your main bag. You can just have it on a swap. So I have a sneak movement speed bag that's separate. Also, I gotta say, it is very sad that we haven't come back to Thicklagundu, the Steel Keep. Because, like, straight up, I thought that Steel Keep was such a cool dungeon the first time I did it. And, I don't think I've done this dungeon before. Seriously, I don't think I've done this mission. I haven't done all the missions yet. I didn't end up getting the it's 10k virtue XP, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I just never ended up doing it. Yeah. Steel Keep, I remember the first time I did it, I was like kind of in awe at the size of it. It's just huge, it's just massive, it's just a big ass dungeon. I have to kill everything, don't I? Yeah, probably. And the music is so good. And like, I don't know, just going through like the little forge areas and all the different bosses, and you have to fight the ancient dwarven king, and I I don't know. It was really cool. I love the theming and everything else that went on in the dungeon. Is that the thing? No, it's just Cold War. Maybe I wasn't even supposed to come up here. I don't know. You can kill all the drakes. Get the deed done. And then probably just finishing off some of the deeds. I don't need to max out every virtue on every character that I play, because that would be insane. There are too many virtues in this game, and you will lose your mind. That's why I think it's important just picking, you know, it's like fighting your battles. You know, or like pick your battles. I want my character to be strong enough to do any type of raid-style content, to be able to do that, but not so strong that it needs to be versatile and be able to do literally anything. Because that seems excessive. Oh look, there's an area over here I can go to. Maybe it's here? I didn't have this hotkeyed, and I need to hotkey this. Raise yourself by the frozen falls. Oh, there it is. The reason why I'm doing this is twofold. One, you get little moats that you can trade in, which is nice. And most importantly, for me, it actually does increase my gamble by quite a bit, the damage, when I have all in. And all in is really crazy. Sorry. The other reason why I'm doing this is because I just still need item XP on this character. Even though you pick up a lot of the gems, you might be like, or like the runes, you might be like, oh man, but if you pick up so many item XP runes, do you really need to get the extra item XP during the, you know, from doing missions and things? And the answer is yes, because I still have, after this, my next character I'm leveling up is my Minstrel, who I'm going to get to level 130 and fully gear out, which I'm going to start on today, probably like very shortly, after I start burning through a couple of the basic dungeons. There we go, uncovered treasure. So yeah, probably gonna do that for sure. Then I have a hunter to level and learn how to play. And learn how to weapon swap. Although, I don't know if what's more annoying. Crafts of old? Collect valuable trinkets? I'm not actually here. Yeah, I don't think that, I'm not sure what's harder, or not, well, harder is the wrong term. What's more irritating, and takes more long to learn, the hunter weapon swapping, or the champion weapon swapping. Champion weapon swaps between pretty much all of their fervor spending abilities and their fervor generating abilities. If it gives you fervor, it should be dual wielded, and if it costs fervor, generally it should be two-handed. And so you're swapping back and forth, like, literally almost every skill. But in terms of hunter, you have like a bow specifically for your big skills, like an upshot Heartseeker bow. And then you've got a bow that's like, oh, your quick shot swift bow shenanigans. And so I don't know how often you need to swap. Also, there's a mechanic in Hunter where when you shoot monsters, I don't know what skill it is, because I didn't read it too heavily. But it's like when you shoot with, I think it's either quick shot or swift bow, or maybe it's just when you critically strike, it reduces the cooldown of upshot and Heartseeker. So you're swapping a lot. Can't swap some more? Okay. Yeah, because the plan is, for Minstrel, I was looking over the mathematics of it, and of the different stuff. If you want to play a Minstrel, and you want to do both DPS, and healing, and buffing, you only need 3 legendaries, 1 weapon, or sorry, 2 weapons and 1 book. You need a full DPS weapon, a full healing weapon, and a full DPS book with a swap book that, a book that's both hybrid healing and DPS, because there's not enough legacies on Minstrel to make them good. And then you need a swapping unimbued book for yellow buffing pre-combat, or in-combat yellow buffing. And then, which honestly is not that much work. That's a very small amount of work for what you get. And then Hunter, you're gonna have 2 whole bows, a 3rd bow with just burn hot damage, and a weapon. So it's gonna be cheaper than Burglar. Damn it! I forgot to pick up the mission rewards. I do that every time. They should just give you the rewards. I do that literally every time. Thanks, Elof. Oh, what was this? On a mission weekly? At 500 embers? We're doing 400 more missions? I mean... Alright, you convinced me. I'll do 4 more missions. That was an easy convince. Yeah, so there's the champ, and then as I said, the hunter's there. Yeah, the burglar was probably the largest involved one, because I made 4 legendaries, 4 full legendaries, whereas minstrel, I'm like, oh, I need to add 2, or add like an unimbued and imbued, and then as opposed to 4 straight up fresh legendaries, and then I haven't even finished leveling up these ones, which is a work in progress. I hope that, not for my sake, because I don't mind, not that I don't mind, but I have tons of time to kill, obviously, and to put into the characters and build them up, but I do hope that for the sake of other people in the future, SSG does come up with a good solution for solving the problem of, like, people not really having all the time in the world to play, and making it a much more parsable and understandable system of the legendary system. Easy to understand how to level it, how to like add. I like really got to do these more often. Uh-oh. How do they know? But they add like a better system for players who just don't have as much time. It just takes too long to figure out your legendaries. Especially, like, you might think to yourself, okay, but, Strim Tom, that's not really a fair comparison, because you were only playing one character. Or, like, you're trying to, or most people only play one character, but I'm trying to figure it out for all 9. Or, how many classes are there? 10? I don't know. I'm trying to do all 10 classes. Which is true. That's very true when you give yourself the scale of work. But another thing is, when you have more characters and level cap, it's way easier to max out legendaries. I can run so many dungeons so fast. Want to become famous? No, I'm good. Ban. Make some bot. Oh. Hey-oh. Also, I do need to do my stairs. X. Yeah, let me do stairs. Here we go. Oh, and I tiered up, so now I can do the next mission with glowing. Hell yeah. I'm an Iskas. Whatever. You wanted to become famous? Yeah.
It is on the stairs of Bagud Meckham, the Gate of Winds, that a decisive battle of the War of 3 Peaks is to be fought. There, caught between those loyal to Gorgar the Ruthless and Greymil Frostheart, the Gabilaka hope to deal a devastating blow to both of these forces in a single stroke.
Yep. Yep, exactly. So for me, I earn about... how much is it? I want to say like 2,000, or not 2,000, about 22,000 embers a week-ish. This guy tanking? Wait, is this bear? Oh, this guy's bear tanking. Okay, okay. I was like, huh? Why am I not lost aggro? Or getting aggro? That's the thing I don't understand. I don't know why burglars don't have reduced threat. There should be an ability in Burglar that reduces threat. It used to be Provoke, because you could provoke monsters so that they wouldn't attack you. They would attack someone else instead. But for some reason, that just doesn't seem to exist anymore, which I find very perplexing. You guys remember that? Also, apparently my music, or my volume's a little too loud. I'll turn down the combat sounds in a sec here. Third bow. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I will. I'm definitely planning on having 3 bows. One is going to be a... both bows are going to have the focus bow and induction bow effects. Focus bow, crit damage, and and damage and what have you. And then another one is going to be just the... so both bows are going to have that. and then which leaves 3 open legacy slots on each, and then one of them is 2 quick shot legacies and the swift bow legacy, and then the other bow is going to be Heartseeker, Upshot, and damage over time legacy. Oh, nice! Congrats. Did you find your wallet? Yeah. That's the plan. My hunter is level 120, so you know, it's not like I'm like right there, you know. It's not like I'm already there. Okay, let's fix up some of this audio. I think it's sound effect, probably. And face us. Yeah, Asboss dies first, by the way. If you're ever unsure about who dies first. Animation cancel. Animation cancel. Yeah, I'm not really doing anything. No wallet? Rip. Rip in peace, man. Zoom! The old fast stealth. I hate when you get purples out of this dungeon. It makes me feel so sad. I don't want the purples. Yeah, I need to do stairs. I think I need to do tier 2 as well on this character this week. Yeah, I haven't done any of it this week. But, I feel good. Another character up to cap. Feeling powerful. I just need to, once I finish maxing out this, the weapon, I'll swap to red and just red some stuff and kill people. Stop looking, which means like 100% find it. Yeah, well, absolutely. The second it becomes like not an emergency, you are correct. You will find it. Why am I stabbing this guy? I guess somebody's got to stab him. Also, another downside is I don't have knives out. Super fun red burger ability. Although I will say, the damage numbers from standing behind targets feel great. I love positional damage. It's such a good feeling. Technically, this character is not going to be done until I finish up all my blue legacies as well. But it's so far behind even red. It's like, do I want to finish that off? The answer is yes, but it's going to be like a tertiary project. It's sort of like how I designed, I have a red bag and a red runestone on my Runekeeper. But Red Keeper is just so far behind Lightning. And also, I just enjoy Lightning. It's like, well, do I need to finish this off? The answer is nah. So it's like 99% of the way there. It's a huge advantage. Absolutely. Well, that's it. Oh, yeah. I talk to other people. I'm very fortunate that I know some people that have a lot of experience with some of these characters. Whether it's Burglar, Hunter, other things like that. I'm a big believer in defer to experience. Like, dude, if you don't know anything about a class or an ability or something, defer to experience. I don't know anything about anything. I'm dumb. I don't play a character. I'm not going to assume I know stuff. I'm going to talk to somebody else and be like, hey, tell me what you know, and then let's chat, you know? You tell me what you know, and then we'll chat and sort it out and have a good time. And I need to get a better bleed on that one. That's a tier 5. That's better. There. How much damage did I do there? I did 116k over 21 seconds, and the majority of my damage came from 2 flashing blades. Came from flashing blades and nothing else. That's so funny. I have all this other damage. Cutting a bleed stack and Gambler's Advantage and all this other stuff. And then it was like, what did the most damage? Flashing Blades. One tap. One press of Flashing Blades did 600k. Oops. This is why Red Burglar is really good. You could apply all these bleeds and do all this other stuff. Or you can just press one key on the keyboard and then all of your problems go away. That was a mistake. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's all about having a plan, you know, having an idea, sticking to it as well.
I hope that I'm able to stick to my plan and make my character work out the way that I want it to. It's kind of the goal, but we'll see. I think one of the things I've always struggled with in this game is it's the same thing that everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people struggle with in many different games, which is essentially, you know, building up too many alts and too many different characters. It's so easy to get excited about wanting to play something else. Oh, but Bjorning is really cool. Oh man, but Minstrel's really cool. Oh, but Runekeeper is really cool. And then you just play like, you have like 13 characters, and all of them are all different levels all over the place. And with legendaries involved, none of them have good legendaries. And it's like, oof. Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, your mileage may vary depending on the server that you play on and the people you interact with, but 100% you will find other players who will be just willing to help you and give you all the information you need. Yeah. Well, it's a problem in every video game. I want to play all the classes. All the classes are fun. I don't want to play one class. I want to try all of them. Like, you know what I'm excited for? We're going to get that new Brawler class. Hell yeah, that's going to be good. I was so tempted, by the way, to straight up just stay stealth until the second phase. Yep. Oh, wait, I can stay stealth until the second phase. I have hips. Oh. I can all in and then hips. All in, hips, aim, cunning attack. All in, hips. Nope. Nope. Oh my god, dude, what is that? Do you see that? That noise? This guy like literally flipped around to dodge me twice. What a piece of crap. Also, we have 1 billion damage still. I was trying to hit him in the back and he kept turning. What a meanie bobini. Thanks. Come on, stand still, buddy. I'm just trying to stab him right in the back legs. Make a bunch of single class characters and one for your main TR. Yeah, exactly. I have a bunch of bank alts. Because I gotta bank stuff. Yeah, you gotta bank things. It feels... I hate killing this because this 433 was the first item I got from tier 5 in Sheila... Or, not in Sheila, in Remmerchant. And I have to dump it for this agile coif of the threshold. Goodbye, mercenary helmet. You won't be missed. Punch it down. Alright, let's do some... I have 3 more missions to do. They don't take too long. Although I could imagine doing all of the missions every week. If you try to do every weekly and daily effect, so you're doing the Gundabad turn-in, both the Gundabad weeklies, plus the mission weeklies, plus all of the Minas Morgul weeklies, I think I would lose my mind. Absolutely, you're supposed to want that. Boots are good. Well, you got 3 boots. You got 1 for your left foot, 1 for your right foot, and just in case you happen to need, you know, a spare, you know, what if you step in, like, the mud and your boot gets wet? Really, that's just good planning. That guy's dead. And then something like Burglar having the maxed out legacy for all-in damage. A lot of people have a blue set just because you swap to blue, you press all-in before the fight, and then you start going in the fight. Because for the first 30 seconds, it gives you 100 and some % increased damage, which is really crazy. Yeah, that's another really good one. If you can learn how to, or if you can get a separate bag just for that. I think it's a bag, yeah, all in melee damage. What does that cap out at? All in melee damage caps out at 69.6. Not bad. So it's 120 or 119% extra melee damage for the first 30 seconds of combat. So you throw that on, and then that's also during when Oathbreakers is up and everything else. You apply a million bleeds, you stab people, you pray that you don't rip aggro off of the tank, because you're gonna rip aggro off of the tank. Again, I just feel like burglars should have reduced strat. I don't know why they don't. It's so weird. It's just, I find it so insanely perplexing. Like an ability that's like, you know, like a Hunter's Beneath Notice or something, where you just generate less aggro for a short period of time. Goblin Town. Tell you where I haven't been in a while. Damn. I did, when Goblin Town first released, I had so much fun running around in Goblin Town and getting lost. It was kind of the best. Good time. Get the bank bags, inventory bags. Honestly, not a bad idea. And it's pretty easy to do as well, to get all of those bags. Like, they did such a good job with just the music and the feel of this place. I will say, something I do like a lot with the burglar bleeds is that they proc every 2 seconds, as opposed to 4 seconds. So on Warden, because they only proc every 4 seconds, monsters take chunks in essentially 4-second intervals. When they take a bunch of damage, then they take a bunch of damage. But it means while leveling and doing landscape, it just takes a while for monsters to take their actual damage, which is annoying. But with burglar, that's not the case, because all of my bleeds are 2 seconds, so they don't have a long time to take the bleed damage. Just start taking it. Yeah, I haven't done Goblin Town in a while. I do remember looking at a map. I don't remember where the map was from, but I quite remember looking at a map of Goblin Town to determine where to actually go. And trying to do the Great Goblin's Chamber or whatever. And you need to get like 6 people for that. Oh right, I gotta go upstairs. Oh, I remember this room. Yeah. Goblin Town. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done Goblin Town, or Eastern Misty Mountains at all, actually. Yeah. This is definitely a longer mission, which is fine. I don't think the missions have to be a certain length. I know that some people don't do them a lot because of the length of the mission sometimes. Which I definitely understand. Oh, I forgot. You get the higher tier trigger essences from doing the dungeons, don't you? Yeah, this is the song. This is the Goblin Town song. I remember hearing this for hours in here. Wait, is this Goblin Town or is this Rift? Yeah, this is Goblin Town for sure. I can just hear it. It's like coming out of the back. All of a sudden, it's becoming front of mind. I will say, one thing that I highly recommend everyone does, if you can, a lot of people try to get the Shadow King earrings or something for like every character, where they want to get, they just want to have like one set for every single character. No, don't do that. Just put it in your shared bank. So much easier. Shared bank is the best. That's how I do all of that. Heart of Kidzul Kala. And this is going to finish off that weekly. Another 500 embers. It's another 10 scrolls today. God, thinking of things in terms of the quantity of scrolls that you get for the amount of time spent is a weird thing. Okay, to defeat Runir. Uh-oh. That guy's doing a very aggressive E-pose. Do all the content as intended by the developers. Doing all the content as intended by the developers. Oh man, that's such an idea. The fact that the dour hands have come in like after you've already killed the monster in Kidzulkala, the Kraken or whatever. Which, by the way, the first time I did Kidzulkala, that shocked me. I was like, whoa, there's a Kraken in here. It was so cool. Freshly mined earth. Sweet. Oh, it's Grimskafa, the Nasher? No. No, not anymore. It isn't. Dour hand. Wait, realizing you do not share the Dour Hand's corruption. What is this? Grimskafa burrows back in the earth. Oh, that monster thought I was a Dour Hand, but I'm not a bad guy, so the monster is like... I see. Well, that's everything done here. Characters sorted. I gotta hand in the quest. I don't forget to do that, because I'm gonna forget to do that. There you go. And I got my embers. That's success. And I put my agility DPS items on. That's the nice thing about jewelry is that jewelry is pretty easy to share between characters. So that's what I've been doing a lot. Just sharing all my stuff between each individual character. Oh yeah, and somebody was saying, yeah, you can do the you can do the tasks out here to get the rep. That way you can do all the trade-ins with the quartermaster and stuff. I don't really need any of this, do I? I guess I could get an Elder Slade Rune of Striking. But I don't want to do that because I'm lazy. I could return to Anak Kerfu, which would be convenient for Acquaintance tier. I don't want to do that because I'm lazy. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to turn in task items. I'd rather just not do that at all. Be easier. And also, I'm trying to log out, but that sometimes doesn't work. I find LotRO gets stuck sometimes. It thinks about it, you know, it's like, hey, you want to log out? Cool, sounds good. I don't really want to log out. I'm not gonna. It just freezes up. Freezes! Anyway, so now I'm going to be, probably, unless anything else comes up, like if there's like a raid group or something that shows up, or other dungeons, like if somebody's recruiting for like a large series of other things, I'm probably just going to be running my super fun minstrel, Frosty the Snowman. Come on, Frosty, get out here. Yeah, exactly. Good old Frosty. Now you might be wondering, why is your character named Frosty the Snowman? Look, I don't know. I don't know why I do anything. I don't have like a good reason, or a reason, really. I don't know. The character's named Frosty the Snowman, that's good enough for me. And I think I might have had a lot to drink when I made this character. And I think my minstrel was level 15. I was trying to think about what kind of minstrel I wanted to have. And I just realized, I was like, one, I don't want to like remake a character just because I don't like the name. I'm not going to buy a name change because it's like 1,000 points and I don't want to spend the points. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to spend the points to get the name change. I don't want to remake my character. And I want to have a dwarven minstrel anyway, so I guess I'll just keep Frosty the Snowman. That's just what he's going to be. He's a frosty boy. Anyway, getting back here is horribly tedious. I'm gonna bind. And then town. And grab my town services. So, there we go. See, yeah, I've got more of these. So, important note about this character. There are 2 different effects that you want to have. So your book can have all of the damage and healing effects. I'm gonna name Cold Mage Didio Frosty and obviously taken. Oh, just be Frosty the Snowman. Doesn't fit. I don't know why you can have so many characters in Lord of the Rings, but this is just the first name. This is just Frosty the Snowman, one name. That's really dumb. Yeah, on your book, the only thing you need to have, like, of the actual damage, the only thing that you need for damage is light damage. right? Because everything else is Anthem of Composure stats, is negligible stats, 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 negligible stats. The only healing effect you want is Fellowship's Heart healing, which is 9.6%. And realistically, I just have a swap because you don't use Fellowship's Heart all the time. It's got a 2-minute cooldown. I think I can, doesn't everybody? I thought all minstrels got Fellowship's Heart. I didn't think it was just a blue thing. It might just be a blue thing. Yeah, Fellowship's Heart. There it is. Is it grayed out on my track? Maybe grayed out on my track. Should be there. Yeah, it's got a 2-minute cooldown. So you can just swap for this and call it a day. Instead of actually having it on there. And then that allows me to have both my damage and my healing on one single book. Bolster Courage, everything else. Just sick. A random helmet does nothing for my character but match memory, so I wear it. Yeah, you gotta glamour it. Get yourself a mirror of glamoring.
For me? How can I be of service?
I do definitely prefer the Lord of the Rings system, where instead of having mirrors of glamoring, that's just not how it works. You, instead of having a mirror of glamoring, I'm gonna open my vault. Go to chest 2. I'm gonna call this crap. You know what goes in the crap chest? All the crap goes in the crap chest. Go away, crap. I have no need of thee. This, Earring of the Dead City. Gift from the High Elves. Oh, yay, I get to pick an earring I'm going to destroy. Because I boosted this character from a very low level. Gift pack. I should probably open that. 13-year gift box. I'm going to open up all the gift boxes. Go, gift pack. Yep. Yep. Open. Alright, that's all the gift packs open, which is perfect. Outfitting yourself and others is garbage. Horse whistle, useless. All the potions here aren't the scaling potions, they're the old tiered potions, which kind of sucks. I don't want this navy dye. No defense? That's just good, that's a keeper. Bad food. Yeah, the cosmetic system, I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to use this. Get rid of this. Is this a 5%er? No, it's out of combat regen. I'm gonna use that, I guess. I can't use this anymore because I don't have item wear anymore. Thank you, town services. I have this painting already. It's in my house. It's a fun painting to pick up. And is these Slayer deeds? Oh, I got Slayer deed accelerators? That's kind of cool. I don't know if I ever need that for whatever reason. Oh my god, is this... Oh, Mark Acquisition Tomes. Okay. What is that? What's this? Hornburg Defender armor. These are armor sets. And this is the Blazon of the Great Alliance, which I think I have, but I'm just gonna go double check. I might actually have this in my house. Let's put the crap in here. Crap. 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 Must get rid of as much crap as possible. All these like weird cosmetics. I think you can reclaim most of these cosmetics as well, which is important. So you don't have to worry too much about getting the right cosmetics. Yeah. Here's my house. Okay. So I think if I turn on the hooks, where does this go? This is a large wall. Oh, it has to be inside? Oh. Do I have one in here? I don't know. Organizing your house and making sure you have everything inside. That's the important detail. Let's see. I have more Gulduin and Efeth Duil painting that I got from Remerkant. That's kind of cool. I have the Black Book of Mordor. There it is. Okay, so this is large wall. So then in theory, I can take this and place this on large wall. Save. And now I can click this and it'll take me back in time. It takes me to time travel Mordor, which is fine. I just have these books here. I wish that these books actually came with little stands, but they don't, which is just silly. What do I have in here? Oh my god, look at all these essences. Why do I have all these essences in here? And a tome of the Smoky Gray Cat? Yeah, I never go through my housing storage. I should, but I don't. Every once in a while, though, it's important to just clean up your inventory and sell out all of this stuff that you don't need. Circlet of Man? Yeah, I don't need that. Light Hides? Yeah, I don't need that. I probably could have just given those away, but... yeah. After Rivendell, I could probably just use that at some point. Too many requests, slow down. Oh. Actually, this is very convenient. There's the War of Three Peaks. I don't actually have this table. For some reason, I never pick it up.
Hello
Let
there.
me go put it in my house real quick. Sapphire Shards, calcified something, battered ironfold something. Here we go. Now, oh, look how clean that inventory is. So much better. Relics bundle? Man, look at those old relics. Those are the old 105 relics. Whew! Those are some old relics. Crack those bad boys open. Yeah, that's fine. Can you tell I just boosted this character, considering that I have to, like, change all the default settings of everything? Alright. I want to put something... yeah, I want to put it here. There's a free mill sculpture. Belbeast Nest. Where does this table go? Is this a small yard and a large furniture? Okay, so Felbeast Nest, I'm very sorry, but you're coming out of there. You're being replaced by this table. The table is very convenient. So now, with this, I can use this to teleport to Anak Kerfu whenever I want, which is actually really convenient. And this table is only usable by subscribers. The nice thing about this is it's actually convenient because anybody can use this, so it's not just you. Somebody walking through the neighborhood can just be like, oh, look at the table, and click it. They would also have it if they are a subscriber, so there's no reason for them not to use their own. But it's just, it's technically a thing that exists. And the War on Three Peaks things. Does this give me the... oh, it actually puts the armor in my inventory. Relic combination. The relics. Good. And open... Alt. Perfect. You're true neutral. Any reason why? Yeah, because alignment restrictions suck. So one of the things that you have to deal with all the time if you play Dungeons & Dragons Online is you have to deal with getting over, like, the penalty of alignment. So, if you are a good character, you can be affected by Unholy Blight. If you're a lawful character, you can be affected by Chaos Hammer. If you're a chaotic character, you can be affected by Order's Wrath. And if you're a evil character, you can't be an evil character. But all of those spells are problematic because the biggest one is Chaos Hammer. Chaos Hammer is a no-save slow that slows you by 50%. And it's really annoying. So being lawful is usually a downside for the most part.
Listen well to my orders.
Introduction to Aenorian. Let's filter that out, buddy. And then being good gives you subject to Unholy Blight, or not Unholy Blight, whatever it's called. Evil thing. I think it is Unholy Blight, but yeah. It's just not good. If you can avoid this problem, I would just avoid the problem. That's kind of where I go with that. It's mostly, it's not just that, like, the effects, like, the positive effects of having alignment don't really matter. It used to matter a lot. Early in Dungeons & Dragons Online, you needed to have alignment to use different types of magical items, but eventually, you could overcome that with alignment restriction, so, like, use Magic Device. So if you had to use Magic Device of 20, you could use a good weapon without being good, which was great, because you needed to be able to use good or chaotic or lawful weapons to bypass damage reduction. Now, a lot of weapons at endgame will be able to get aligned or meta-aligned, so you can bypass pretty much every damage reduction just with one item. And on top of that, those items do not need UMD anymore. Best choice is neutral. Pretty much, yeah. Unless you're a paladin, at which point you have to be lawful good, and if you're a monk, you have to be lawful. Oh, look at me, I got all this stuff. Horn. Ugh, so much mail. I wish you could just straight up delete all that stuff. Wait, where's my, There you go, give me the extra move speed. I can just get move speed in town. Call of the second age! 10% run speed. Yeah. Good for soloing. Wait, what's over here? Oh, there's more resting soldiers. I guess they just like chill. Oh, they respawn, I guess. Alright, what I need to do is I need to create a new tab. And I need to call this one brain damage. I need to right click it. Change text filters. I want to add world chat and get rid of other chats. Then I want to filter out world chat out of my regular chat. So I don't want to see that anymore. So now it just goes in there. All is good. What? Uh-oh. Walk around. Yeah, the opening to Minas Morgul I find really funny because I feel like, you know, it's kind of pretty standard for Lord of the Rings to open with just like go walk around and talk to guys and do stuff as you're like opening quests, but it's also like that's just never what I want to do when the video game opens. I find it interesting to compare pretty much the opening of Lord of the Rings to any other MMO. Elder Scrolls puts you into some like special instance with like neat characters. WoW puts you in some special instances where like, here, let me introduce you to all of the people you need to know if you haven't played this game before. And I haven't played a Final Fantasy XIV expansion at start, and usually I skip all of the cutscenes anyway, so I don't even know what happens in those ones. But LotRO is always like, yeah, go walk around, go click on stuff for like 20 minutes. Honestly, it's not the worst. Because the story, when you talk to when you actually talk to all these characters, is not too bad. Does Círdan have a beard? Is this an elf with a beard? Wait, what? Wow, that's kind of cool. I didn't even know elves could grow beards. Like, literally, I did not know that. I have no idea what buffs I even need to record on this character. Or debuffs. I also don't know how to play. Minstrel. Especially for healing, I have no idea. I guess I can heal myself pretty well. Should be convenient. Learning to play. I don't exactly know why I'm going to do Hunter last. I just am going to do Hunter last. There's something about Hunter. I don't know. I've never loved it. They can grow beards in their 3rd cycle. What do they molt? Do they just like... These elves grow up and all of a sudden they just have like beards sprouting out. They're like, oh, and they're what does 3rd cycle mean? Do they like regenerate? Is that like 3,000 years? How long is a cycle? Is a cycle like a, you know, one of these spaceship terms? I literally don't know. Oh, the 3rd part of their life. Ah, I see. Yeah, I would be lying if I said I fully understood exactly how elves and all this other stuff, how these guys are supposed to work. Oh, now I have to tend to the wounded soldiers. Right. Oh, I forgot how this whole thing works. And the worst part about it is you can't even, like, mount up for the most part. There you go, wounded soldier. I'm fixing your wounds. There we go. What is this? Cry of the Chorus. Oh, it gives outgoing healing and tactical damage for 10 seconds. So this is a buff. Unless you use all my anthems. Song of, or what is this? Gift of the Hammerhand allows me bubble somebody else. Can I gift me? No. Song of the Hammerhand lets me bubble me. So Song of the Hammerhand is self only. For look at that bubble. Holy moly. And no knockback. Alright. What's that symbol? Is that a lock? It's like a lock with music on it? Wow.
We fight for a better day.
I did not expect to see a lock with music on it as the picture. I love Song of Distraction. I remember how essential this used to be in certain dungeons because it was hard to fight lots of monsters at the same time, so you had to use Song of Distraction all the time.
You improved the defenses. Good. Good. Just in
Let's see. Call of Fate. Yeah, and I also need to try to remember what these actual abilities do. Let's see. Plus 5% damage. Yeah. Concentration. You gain immunity interruption and induction setback for 5 seconds after scoring a critical hit with a cry or call. So you're basically always critically hitting, so you never have inductions. Okay. Ballads reduce the active cooldowns of cries and calls. Okay, so I want to use ballads all the time. I gotta weave. Freedom. Calls have the chance to trigger the ability to single healing skill from another stance. So 10% chance for a call, any of my calls, to allow me to use Fellowship's Heart, basically. Fierce Cries. Use cry or call damage is increased, sure. Encore. Minus 30% chance for Codas to cash out ballad buffs. Oh, so Codas won't always cash out your buffs, so I can keep them. That makes sense. So it doesn't. So it's not always going to cash out the buff.
Listen well, soldier.
Okay. Bring supplies, bury bodies, Sulak meat. Sounds good. No, Song of Distraction makes it so it reduces aggro range. So the way that it works is that you put a monsters to sleep, and basically it means that you can then find a pack of like 3 monsters and then just straight pull one out of the pack. So it used to be more important than it is now. And then the things that I actually have in the tree. All cries have a chance to apply a dot. Cry of the Wizards is good. Why didn't I take this? Oh, because it's a melee skill. Why didn't I take this? Because it's 1600 health. Yeah, that makes sense. Finesse is good. Echoes of Battle. Cry of the Valor, just an attack. Anthem damage is just good. All over Rome. Yeah. Sharing a story. Extra crit chance of ballads. Ballads, critical hits will reset the cooldown of all versions of Piercing Cry. Okay, so I'm supposed to Call of Rome, Piercing Cry, Call of Fate. And that guy's dead already. Alright, sounds good. So, Call of Rome, Piercing Cry, Ballad to reset, Anthem of the Wizards. Oh, Anthem of the Wizards is a melee AoE skill, I think. Wait, is Cry of the Wizards? Radius 10 meters. So it's a 10 meter radius, so it's only in my area. So I actually have to get into melee if I want to use that skill. Okay. Right. Trying to learn how to play characters on the fly. So, reduce their light resistance, crit this guy to hell, boom, nuke him at range. And then, I don't really have anything else to cast. Now I do. Okay, so I should, in theory, be trying to weave in as many ballad uses as possible, because each ballad gives me extra tactical damage. Oh, it gives me tactical damage as well, so I want to be weaving in my ballads. Plus, I should be putting on my anthems, the extra 15% damage.
Hey chap, Brian here.
Hey Brian, what's up? Okay, so then that's that. And then I put Anthem, Anthem, Anthem. I only got 2 anthems. I didn't get the 3rd anthem. Okay. Hit this guy. And then I can get him with the coda. Wow, that damage sucked. And it wiped all my buffs. Horrible. Why was that a thing? War speech, 5% extra damage. The show must go on. What's that? Oh, I don't know what these abilities do. Oh, I just woke up, yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that one. I also just woke up. If by just woke up you mean an entire hour ago, I just woke up. But like, you know, same thing. Okay. So debuff, hit this guy, hit him, get him with that. Also, I'm supposed to be using that ability. Sulok, ally of Sulok? What? Okay, well I killed both of them. I killed Sulok and ally of Sulok, but that's kind of weird. I gotta say, the minstrel AoE damage feels like hella good. I'm just like stomp people. And I don't love Coda. I think the Coda damage kind of sucks. But it does apply a damage buff to the entire fellowship of 5%, which is like kind of good. No, there's no bodies here. Okay. Sleep in until... Wait, get to sleep in until the last 8-ish days off. 9 days off. That makes sense. What's like sleeping in for you? Like if you said I am sleeping in today, what is that? How much time is that? What level? I'm currently level 120. Fresh start in Minas Morgul. Well, technically this isn't Minas Morgul. This is Mordor Besieged, but it's part of the Minas Morgul expansion. Nice, dude. That's cool. Which items are you still missing? What do you need to finish it off? What's the polish that you want to get on there? Make it work. What's the special sauce that you got to put on top? 4 a.m. on work days. Sleep means like 7 to 8 a.m. Man, 4 a.m. wake up time? Oh, man. That's one of those things where I could see myself having the power and capacity to do that, but none of the desire or drive to do that. Gotta find dead bodies. Oh, there's a dead body. Oops. Oh, you died. Yeah, Call of Fate. Hits hard and then also says has high critical chance. Doesn't always crit though. Call of Fate. Now that when it does crit, that's a good amount of damage. It's like 110k. Feels powerful. That's an AoE. This is an AoE. This is an AoE. Heal self. Back to full. And if I want to remove something, so that's Story of Courage to remove something. So that'd be Shift R. I can do that while walking. And it removes one effect from me, and it has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Okay. Not in love with that. Yeah, 4 a.m. is like too much. I used to get up at 5. For a previous job. And 5 a.m. was definitely too much. I didn't love that. I'd love to get up at 7 every day. I like getting up in the morning and like just starting to do stuff more than sleeping in. I don't like... Alright, you know, I don't love sleeping in. I find... I was watching a podcast and... Or listening to a podcast, sorry. And it was Hank... It was with... Hank Green was on it, and he was talking about how he talked about how like sleeping in is a weird thing because he's like I like sleeping in, but I don't enjoy it. How like, you know, it feels good in the moment, but then once you get up after sleeping in, you're basically like, man, I wish I had gotten up sooner and started doing stuff. And which I 100% relate to. I'm like, yeah, I like sleeping in. Lying in bed and not doing stuff is kind of great. But then if you lie in bed for an extra hour and then you get up, you're like, man, I have less of an hour in the day and I didn't really do anything. I find oftentimes sleeping in is not actually getting more sleep or more rest for me personally. I very rarely will get more sleep if I actually like lay in bed for longer. Like sleep for me does not correlate to actually getting more rest. Adat I menu. Yeah. So I will some days sleep in until a little later than I would generally like to. It's a habit I'm trying to break. That's why I still schedule streams for like early in the morning. Not early in the morning, but like 8 in the morning. For me, it's literally just like personal growth. I just need to get over the hump of spending too many days sleeping in too much. What is happening?
I am afraid you have come too late to join the festivities, friend.
Man, people are getting their tier 1 stairs, like, just filling them up this morning. That's crazy. I see, like, stair group after stair group. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have... I'd rather have a more productive morning than, like, just lying in bed. But again, it's a hard habit to break, because lying in bed just feels the best. Just not doing stuff instead of doing stuff? I do love me some not doing stuff. I don't know how long my boosted XP is going to last for, this blue bar. I'd like to have blue bar forever, but I think it's only going to last until like 122. Also, the last time I did this zone, I definitely did it like out of order and improperly, which was a little silly of me. Okay. Bring the Sulak meat to Ornaher. And I have to bring the supplies to each Ed. It'll collect the missive. Perfect. And now the very, very boring and very long quest here, where I just get to listen to Vayne Basil and the Sons of Isildur talk about nothing. They're just gonna shoot the shit for like probably like 5 minutes. I like this quest. The story is good, but man, it's literally just them chatting for like 5 minutes. It's so funny. It might even be longer than that, honestly. What? What is it? Cat staring at me. Gone now. Talk to Tyrandil. Now we sit by the fire, and then you just kind of wait. Not too bad. Yeah, Mitchell's kind of neat. What else do I pick up out of this tree? I just want to examine. Extra damage, which seems good. Crit chance of ballads seems really good. Also, just general crit chance I think is here is pretty good. Yeah, so my crit chance, tactical crit chance is currently 30%, and then also with ballads, it's even higher, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's like almost 50% chance to crit with ballads. Echoes of battle damage. I think I have all the echoes of battle damage. So about 90% increased echoes of battle damage. This is dealing 10 to 14,000 damage every 5 seconds. That can't be good. I mean, the power drain is useless, but that can't be good. I think it's one of the things about Echoes of Battle, which just feels kind of bad. I think a lot of people put this on, but the 10 to 14,000 damage every 5 seconds is effectively 2 to 3,000 damage every second. That's like 2,500 DPS. I mean, it's not useless, but definitely not. I don't know if it's worth all the points. Why did I put the points here? Could I not have gotten anything anywhere else instead of this? I mean, it's 60% Echoes of Battle damage, but Raise the Spirit applies a Fellowship heal over time. That sounds great, but I don't cast that. Improved Hero Strike, I don't use that. Shielding Cry. Piercing Cry, some of the damage... causes some of the damage the Fellowship takes to be reflected upon your enemies. That seems bad. Strength of Hammerhand, Physical Mastery, and Attack Mastery buff to Song of Hammerhand and Gift of the Hammerhand? Nope. Shield Focus is just bad. Yeah, I feel like I can't use any of this on, I can't use any of this. That makes sense. That's why I kind of took that. There's nothing here that's actually kind of useful in this character. Word spreads. Gift of the Hammerhand hits extra targets, which is sick. Is that this one? That's some. Yeah, there's Gift of the Hammerhand. Perfect Performance. Major Ballad. Minor Ballad, Perfect Ballad. Yeah, Minor Ballad gives tactical damage to the Fellowship. Ooh, that one's kind of neat, actually. Incoming healing from the Coda of Melody. I don't use that at all. Yeah, I think it's probably the best red. Drops resistance rating for your skills more than anything. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true. But, like, I guess the minus crit defense is okay. But the problem is you're always, like, the problem with this is this only affects one target. So you want to make sure you have enough finesse to bypass it on multiple targets. You don't want to have a situation where, you know, you are, You're using Timeless Echoes of Battle, and it reduces 21,000 off of one target, and that's essential to be able to hit a monster effectively. And then there's 4 targets, so you cast an AoE and you hit one and you miss the others. Because like this Call of Arome, at level 30 is 220,000 light mitigation reduction, which basically reduces the light damage to 0. So if you have like a Warden and 3 Hunters, constantly casting Call of Arome ups your damage of your raid by so much. It's actually crazy useful. What does Anthem Cry of the Valor do? Does this do anything? Cry of the Valor removes a corruption. What else removes corruptions on this character? Is it Dissonant Strike? And Dissonant Strike removes a corruption. Damaging melee attack to increase the potency of incoming healing. This ability is useless. I don't think I'll ever press this button. And then this Coda seems kind of bad. The problem I have with the Coda is that it doesn't really do more damage than some of your other skills. Like Call of Fate, it does the same damage as Call of Fate. Piercing Cry always critically strikes, so it doesn't really do the same damage as Piercing Cry. And this also applies a stun, and you can use it all the time. Less damage than Cry of the Wizards. I think it does more than... Oh, and no, it's the same as Cry of the Valor. Oh, Cry of the Valor and Call of Fate do the same damage. I wonder if that is intentional, or if there's like a legacy I don't have, because that is actually surprising that that damage is the same. And then Call of the Second Age does, I think, the least damage? No, it does the same. Pretty much all your skills do the same damage. What is this? Except the Ballad. The Ballad is the only one that does less damage, which is like right here. But you have to cast it 3 times to get the tactical damage, and also every time you use it, you want to have the -1 to Cry and Call cooldowns. You just want to try to weave it a little bit. This is 1 second off of all of these cooldowns, and Cry of the Wizards. You have your 3 30 seconds, Second Age, Valor, and Wizards. These are essentially just all the skills you cast in combat. You want to use Coda of Fury as infrequently as possible, because 5% outgoing damage is okay for as a buff for the Fellowship, but it removes all your buffs, which is not -9% damage off of you. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what the actual proper rotation is for this type of character. Oh, then I have Inspire Fellows, which reduces tactical damage, incoming damage by a bunch of seconds. Not usable in Dissonance? Ha! You're not usable in Dissonance, video game. I can use whatever I want in Dissonance. And you still get Rally. Yeah, every song ever. And then my Minstrel Mace. What is this? What's a good damaging song? What did I just play? I played that game, so we can just do Chip It In. I'm like a singer who does damage. I'm like Johnny Silverhand over here. What is this? And I think I have all the damage. Call of Arome, Call of Second Age, Minor Ballad, Call of Fate, Piercing Cry, Soliloquy of the Spirit, Triumphant Spirit, cooldown. Can I Triumphant Spirit in red? I don't think I have Triumphant Spirit. No, I think it's a trait. I think Triumphant Spirit's a trait. Yeah, it's right here. I don't even have this. Can I replace this with something? Triumphant Spirit cooldown and Soliloquy of the Spirit. What else is on here? Melee skills, critical magnitude? Hilarious. No, I don't want that. Call of Ioreth, I can't use that. Healing, blah blah blah. I don't use Perfect Ballad. Rally cooldown is probably good. If I was to replace Soliloquy of the Spirit and Triumphant Spirit, I would probably use Rally cooldown and Anthem duration, probably. Why they got Keanu? He was also Johnny Mnemonic in a movie. I mean, kind of. Yeah, I was definitely kind of wondering that, but yeah, I figured that out. Somebody told me that he was Johnny Mnemonic from, which is another similar dystopian cyberpunky movie. I mean, that's just kind of Keanu Reeves, you know. Doesn't surprise me. He's Johnny Mnemonic and Matrix and all that other stuff, all these weird dystopian movies. I mean, you can even make an easy comparison that like John Wick is in a similar vein. It looks like it because it is. So wait, so I need to use an imbued legacy replacement scroll to get rally cooldown, which reduces the cooldown of by 5 minutes, so my rally is only 12 and a half. Oh, so it's only 7.5 minutes. And then anthem duration. It makes the anthems last 70 seconds longer.
Dean Garth is as prepared as it needs to be. I don't want anything, really. Ah, he's always like this.
Alright, now we get to collect trophies from orcs and wargs. Trophies from orcs and wargs. I mean, it makes sense to me. You gotta go with somebody who already knows their stuff. I will say, something they did a fantastic job with in that game was the music. The music is so good in that game. All of, like, the combat music is so intense and gets you, like, right into the action. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. I think they did a good job with that. You know, it could be killing wargs along the landscape. What? Really? No, this minstrel is named Frosty the Snowman. It's a much better name. Smash. I am a minstrel. You cannot defeat me, orcs. Dude. I just run around smashing everything. Get one of these. Call of Rome. Call of Fate. Ballad. I don't want to kill that guy. Well, I do want to kill that guy, but I don't have to. Yeah, Minstrel's like good. I'm just like landscape killing everything, and I can do it all as AoE, which is kind of cool as well. AoE. Cry of the Wizards. This guy, he's dead. Mokshapat Raider, sure. Critical strike. Yeah. Yeah, Minstrel's like really good. Especially considering this extremely short cooldown of some of your skills. And the fact that if you get a critical strike on a ballad, it automatically resets the cooldown on Piercing Cry. So you can like Piercing Cry Ballad, Piercing Cry Ballad. So I can be like, boom, Piercing Cry, and then I can use another ballad, and if it critically strikes, which it does more than half the time, that's really powerful. No, not all the time, apparently. When you go critical strike free, it sucks. Without leaving the harbor? Nice. That never happens to me. Second, you know, third life problems. God damn, dude. Minstrel is so good. Or Kasich and Mokshapat. Yeah, I want to do these. But I'm going to go get the quests first. There's like a bunch of bounties you can get before you do these quests. Oh, the arcade gear is sharing mostly with the mini? Yep. Most of it should share. I mean, unfortunately, I can't share any of the armor pieces because my my arcade is full set bonus, but yeah. Elite, hard, normal on the quests that you do? Oh, that makes sense. I usually just do a single Reaper run and then move on to the next quest. But yeah, Runekeeper. Our Minstrel. Good landscape damage. It's because of the resets. That's the thing that gets me, is that assuming you have good critical chance, and this is going to get worse as I level up, because the higher level you get, the lower level all my ratings will count for, and my beautiful critical chance of 30% is going to drop down lower and lower and lower. Until I get more crit and then rebuild it back up. I need to triple my rating, so what are you gonna do? Oh, what is this? A TikTok? What have you been doing? You've noticed you post in TikToks. What is you with in TikToks? I watched this TikTok already. I saw you posted in
I told
the
you I
guild
want you for
channel.
nothing, friend. Do not encourage my sons in this foolishness, or you will risk my anger.
Delightful video, but
I cannot blame them for relaxing their guard. We need sharp blades and sturdy.
yeah, you posted this TikTok already in the guild channel. Again, great TikTok. TikTok is an app that I had on my phone and then I had to remove from my phone. It's very, very entertaining. It is like intoxicatingly entertaining because the thing will automatically figure out what videos you respond to positively and then just ship you only those videos. And there's so many videos and like at least half of them are good and most of them are short. So sometimes you'll watch and you'll be like, oh, this video is not that great. But then it just plays the next one and you're like, oh, this is actually really hilarious. You recommend doing the bounties? Yes, if you don't do the bounties, you will not do enough quests to finish all of the quests in the zone. You have to do the bounties, yes. So you 100% should do them.
Listen well to my